Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. I just got back from the post office, and I got my stamp and die of the month for the birthday flowers of the month from Divinity Designs. I have cut it open, but I have not opened it. So this card is you're going to see my whole process of what I'm thinking of. I did pull out, these are some images that I had downloaded and printed off the internet. So I know the birth flower of the month for April is a daisy, and so that kind of gives me an idea of white and yellow, and then I'm going to do like greens for the leaves. So I got that idea. And then I picked up this birthstone color chart, and for April it's diamonds. So I pulled out some rhinestones that I can color, some clear ones, and then there's these that they look like actual diamonds, but they're not. They are flat backed, but they're domed and have that sheen of a diamond. And then I have these little clear hearts. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I do know, let me put my glasses on here. Those I have to have on. I'm going to start by making my card base. 10 inches by 7 inches. I'm going to score it at the 5-inch mark. Fold it over. And give it a good crease, because I want that to be nice and crisp. So I can put that away and the bone folder away. I did pull out this Cuttlebug embossing folder. It used to have a name on it. I can't read the name. But it's by Provo Craft, and it's just some flowers. So I thought I'm thinking I might do a white on white, but I want a background. So I pulled out my black, white, and gray patterned folder, plus my metallic silver cardstocks here. That's real shiny, but that's small. Now this could be pretty. I got a couple pieces of that, but nothing in a good size. Oh, and then I have this it's going to be one of these two. I don't think I want anything out of the grays folder, but let me look. And I know you can't see in here, but, no, that's too small of a piece to use for a card base. Oh, I do have some daisy. This is some old typing paper that you could have, back when typewriters were popular. I'll pull that out. I don't think I'm going to use it, but I'm just going to pull it out to have it here. I do want to see, I do need a piece of white, and I have those cut already. I'll show you what I've done. This is a box. I got this box from Dollar General. I think I paid $3 for it. And it is 12.5 inches wide by about 5.5 inches. And then I just made these out of cardboard. I cut my 4 3/8 inch, my 4.5 by 6, 4 3/4, 5 by 7s, my card bases. I have my envelopes back here. And then I made a small slot for watercolor paper. That I have already pre-cut. So I will just grab, let's do a 4.5 by 6.5 piece of white. That's just one way that I've tried to organize my stuff a little bit better. And I have a product coming today for organizing my stamps and die sets. So I'm going to start on it today, but then that will take me a several-day process, so I'll record a little bit each day of how it's going. Okay, I know I want one of these to be the back. I'm really digging this, but I don't know if it's going to fit. So I need this to be 6 3/4, and this is a little over 7 inches. But if I cut it at the 6 3/4 here, it'll go right through. So if I start here and go 6 3/4, that will take it to, I'm just going to get a little Sharpie and put a mark here. At 6 3/4 is here. Because this is like a heavy, and my Tim Holtz guillotine only goes to 6 inches. I just made my mark of where I want to cut, and hopefully that's straight. And now I need it to be 4 3/4, so I'll take a little bit off here. And this I can do on this. So we're going to do 4 3/4. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. And that'll go on here, and this will be hidden. And I know I want this piece to be embossed. I'm not even opening my stamp set yet because I haven't. But I'm thinking I want to do a flower background. So I am going to use my Anna Griffin Empress machine. And to do an embossing folder, I take out the magnetic mat, put this in, with the metal shim, and that, and then run that through. Okay. And then that'll go on top of that. And that's not bad. I may end up liking this better. Yeah, you know what? I think I do. So let's get at this. I can cut with my Fiskars. And I thought I had that set aside here. Oh, there it is. So I want to do 6 3/4. That's just by 4 3/4. Now, since I have this piece cut already, I'm going to put that in my little filing system for under the 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 spaces. And these little scraps, I'll just put back right in my metallic silver folder. I love these folders. I did a video on them the other day. Yeah, I think I like that better. Now, let's see what we have in here. Okay. All right, that's my paperwork. They put a piece of cardboard in to protect it. Okay. Birthday flower of the month for April is, of course, a daisy, and it says innocence, true love, sending sunshine, and April. Which this is cute, but I want it to be a birthday card. I thought that was the idea. That's okay. I have some other birthday sayings. I'm sorry for the crinkling here. All right, this comes with stamps and dies, but I don't think I'm going to die cut anything out of that. I pulled up some, I don't know if I want to do a circle or an oval or one of these fancy circles. And I'm kind of thinking I want to go for an oval on top of that. Let's see. These oval stitch dies are from Want to Scrap Company. And yeah, that'll fit just inside there. So I am going to do a white oval out of cardstock. So I do need my magnetic mat. Let's get rid of that shim. And I just picked one of my 4.5 by 6.5 pieces. That way I can use this front for something later on. And I've already got an oval cut out. That would make a nice shape of heart. And that gives me the stitched. And let's see. The next one is a little too big if I wanted to do a backing. Let me see if I have some silver. And so you're going to get my whole process here of what I'm thinking when I'm doing it. I don't think I have a piece of that silver that is big enough to match that. And I know I don't have any more full sheets of this size. I do not, so I'm going to go with a black. And I know I have a black piece cut here, a 4.5 by 6.5. And again, I'll kind of get that in the center so I can use this for another card. I don't know if I'm going to use the black. I'm going to stamp the design in black, so I think it will look all right. I'm just a little concerned that it might be too large to go behind here. And I think it is. Yeah, it's, we'll just go with this. We're just going to do a simple white on white. I need to find some oval nesting dies that are a little closer in shape. Maybe, I don't know if Gina K has them, but I will look. Okay, so we'll just pop that up. All right, let's get out my stamping platform. I have my Misty with the waffle flower grip mat in there. And let's get this daisy. And I'm going to put that kind of right there. Now I'll pick this up, and since this is brand new, I'm going to have to do that again. Let's stick you down in the corner. This stamp is so new that it is extra sticky. I'm going to try and stay on camera here for you. Okay, let's take a little bit of water, squirt it on my grip mat, and get the sticky back in it. While I do that, I'm going to rub my finger over this rubber stamp. It's not really rubber, but that's what I still call my stamps. Put you in the corner again, right side up. Let's see if that's where I want it. Oh, nope. We're going to move this over a smidge. Too far. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to use my VersaFine Claire Nocturne ink to stamp this because I do want to watercolor, or not watercolor, use my alcohol inks. And my stamping helper. Okay, put a little bit more on there. Okay, that looks good. We'll set that aside. Clean this off with a little bit of water. I think, well, I'll bring that back. I think I can fit one of the words on here. Let's see, at least April. April I know will fit. And we're going to stick it right here. No, back up here, right there. And condition that a little bit. So I love this. I am a little disappointed that this doesn't say anything about birthday, since this is the birthday flower of the month. But, and that was my goal, I was going to make one birthday card for someone who was born this month. But I say I'll use one of my other birthday stamps. I do want to cut out the daisy. So let's see. Grab a scrap of white here. And see if this is going to be big enough to cut with the die cut for the word daisy. I might need a bigger scrap. I think this is the right one. I'll use a bigger piece. Okay. I'll take my sweater off. It's a little warm in the basement today. All right. Now we're going to stamp this right there. Condition that stamp. Perfect. Clean it. Okay, put that back on that. What I do with the stamp set. Oh, right over here. We'll put you right up there. Now comes the test of figuring out where to put this. Get this back out. Okay, that doesn't look bad. We shall see when it comes out. If I would have thought, I would have cut it out first and then used the die cut to position my stamps. As I say, I'm not thinking, oh, that actually came out pretty good. I'm not thinking ahead on this card other than that I grabbed a few things that I thought I would need and wanted to use. So let's put this back on this pack. And let's put this back over here. All right, I'm gonna get rid of that packaging. Okay, now I have a birthday stamp, I think, hiding over here on my desk. Nope, that's happy anniversary. This one says happy birthday, but isn't going to cut out. So this, I might put happy birthday down here. So let's color. Not that we need to do a lot of coloring because the daisy's going to be white, but I do want to use, let's see if I can, I have my Ohuhu markers. I want to see if I can find a pale gray. That's too dark. That's way too dark. I'm going ahead of myself. What about this one? Still too. It comes with a lot of grays. I just don't know. I think I'm just going to leave it white. I don't see another color that... No, they're just getting darker. So we're going to leave this white, and I'll do some Winkostella. Now for the center yellow, I'll pull out a couple yellows here. That one's more golden, and this one's probably going to be golden, which is okay. And that's more of a green yellow. This one. This is Y494 Pastel Yellow. And I'm just going to do the center here. And I think I have my fluorescent yellow. Where's my fluorescent yellow? Well, let's see what this one looks like. I want to add a little bit more dimension to this. That'll be okay. I'm gonna grab my Winkostella because it's clear, but it'll give it a little bit of a sparkle to the leaves. And I know you're not seeing the sparkle on camera. Okay. Now, I want to do some greens. And let's see. Oh, that's a nice green. That's a darker, so I can, let's use those two shades right there. This was the darker, so we're going to go light down the stem. And as you can see, it shows there are two different colors when you do them on this kind of paper versus cardstock. And then I'm just going to do a little accents here and there with a darker color. That's pretty much it for the coloring. I think I want to do a little ink blending on the edge of this. Even though I was going for a white on white, I think I want to change my mind on that. It just needs a little pop of something. So let's see. Get the green out of here. Maybe I'll just use the green that's on here. I'm just going to go along the edge just to add. I don't even know what green was on here the last time I used it. I would have picked this fresh asparagus, and that may be what's on here because that's one of my favorite greens to use. Just adding a little bit of a highlight here. Okay, and that looks pretty good. Now I need to, this I'm going to pop up right over that. So I'm just going to use my 1/8 inch foam strips on the back, and I have a few little pieces here. This should be, yes, it's just the perfect width. So this I am going to pop up over here. Just like that. And then this is going to go on here, but I need a happy birthday. So let me get out my sentiments. Okay. All right. This is another reason I want to organize these a little bit better. I have the words on top, but then I have to really figure out what words I want to use. And I want to have samples in a book, and then I can just pull out the right one. And I might not even have a die cut that will be perfect for this. Okay, I'll use this happy birthday. Yeah, and these bags rip. What I did here is I just took a piece of cardboard, put a magnet sheet on it, and then put these on here, which is great, but then the bags I selected for them just don't work so great. So I'm going to use this happy birthday. And I'll cut that out. I guess I'll stick with black. So get a piece of my scrap black. There, I think that'll be the right width. So let me cut that out real quick. And this is just a generic happy birthday. I believe I got this one off Amazon. Yeah, thank yous from another company. I never used to worry about what company I got something from, but now I'd like to let everyone know what item I'm being used and where they can get it or where they could have gotten it. All right. Not liking the green on that now. So, what to do. I'm really not liking this, but let's put it together and then I will make up another one and see what I can do better. All right, I am going to put the happy birthday down here. Now you're seeing why I often think out a project in advance, because when it starts coming together, I may not end up liking it. What I think I want to do the next time is somehow put the oval here without the embossing on that portion of it. And we're going to put the happy birthday just down here. And I'm going to hold this down for just a moment with a little stamping block. And this I want to pop up some. And I'll use my 1/8 inch foam strips for that. No, actually I'm going to use my 1/2 inch tape. It's wider and will give me more coverage area. It's the same height wise, which is a very low loft. So it doesn't stick too far up off the card if you're concerned about meeting postage requirements. I think the flower just is knocking me off my rocker here because I didn't really end up coloring it other than the green and the yellow, which I'm not really liking. All right, so let's put this, now let me put my cap on. I find that putting my cap on and then I just put it upside down, one of these little drink glasses that we collected when we were on vacation, just sitting collecting dust. Well, now they can hold my glue bottles. And it keeps them upright or upside down, which allows the glue to flow right down to the bottom. And I've done that for 3 days now, and I haven't had any issues with clogging. Maybe I'll like this a little better once I put on some embellishments. But I'm really not. I want to use, let's see. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try liquid pearls. This is a rose gold. I don't really want rose gold. I want brass, liquid pearls. And I'm just going to put this, let's see how this goes. I've not used this bottle yet. And we're just going to color in the center of that rose, or the rose. Got rose on the brain now since I said rose gold. And that helps with that center. But it just needs, let's try some of this bling. All right, let's put a few of these around the card. Just looking for my angled tweezers here. And we're going to put one here. One there. One here. A little one there. And a little one there. All right, let's flip you back over. Okay. Not the greatest. I will remake this once I think about it a little bit longer. And I will come back at the end and show you what the second card looks like. And hopefully a lot better. Okay, I'm back. I played around with a few things. And it's a good thing I really didn't like that card because I was so frustrated with it. I threw it up there and I accidentally got the liquid pearls all smeared all over it. Well, they're beautiful when they're flat. I wonder if I would have painted it on. So anyways, that card's a no-go. What I did is I made another 5x7 card base. And then I cut out 3 pieces of white that measure 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And on 2 of the pieces, I glued them together and I cut out a large stitch die from the center. And that is going to go over this. And I'm just going to do a white on white like that and put the sequins on it. So let's put this together. I did find an alcohol ink. I used MG011, which is a blue-gray. And then I used the Colorless Blender to even out the gray and make it look like a white flower. And then I used a brighter color green for the stem, which is G479 Bud Green. Now also on the flower, I took this, I have this Gelly Roll 10, I think it's Sakura in white, and I just made some lines on the flower itself. I did not do any on the bud, and I think I'll do a couple here so you can see what I'm talking about. Just some white lines to make some highlights. And that'll dry here in just a moment. So I'll just, and then I had put some yellow on there. I used Y697 Deep Yellow, and I really didn't like it. So I went with my gold Artistro Permanent Oil-Based Gold pen, and that's a real shiny gold. And I put a little gold down here, which I should not have done, but it doesn't look horrible. So that's what I'm doing. Changing this card up. So let's put these 2 pieces together. And since it's going to be a white on white, I am going to lift up this second layer that has the stamp on it. I did find a birthday stamp from one of the other card kits, birthday flowers of the month, and I put that on there. And then I did use the daisy off to the side, and I put April down below. The only thing I did not use from this set, well, I didn't use any of the dies on here, but I also didn't put the Sending Sunshine on there. I might use that for another card, but it's not quite what I was thinking of for birthday cards. And that's a little off, so I'm just going to trim the edge. I'm not perfect at well, I'm not perfect, but I'm definitely not perfect at lining pieces up that need to go together. So as long as the top layer stays the same size, I can trim that bottom layer sticking out, no problem. Now that I'm just going to pop up, and I will use, make sure that's all dry. Yep, I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to use my foam tape, which is still sitting here on the desk. I do love this birthday flower of the month kit. It's only $16.94, which is a really good price, I think, because you get the stamps and the dies. I do wish, however, they'd make it more since they call it the birthday flower of the month, I'd like to have like a birthday sentiment with it. But other than that, if you're geared it for just the flowers are gorgeous. Then you would call it the flower of the month kit, but that's okay. And it's just for the 1 year that they're having it, unless they come up with a new one next year. And now this one, I'm just going to go catty corner. Okay, see on this one, I'm not even using a silver for a background. I'm just going white on white. Now I will use some of these little rhinestones, but I don't know if I want to go with these ones. Let's pull a couple of those out and see how those look. No, I'm going to stick with let's just put you over there and then I'll pick you back up in a minute. I'm just going to go with these. And we'll put a couple on. And there's my tweezers. I want a large one. A large one there. And then a smaller one here. And then I'll just take a couple of these little ones and put in the center of the flowers. That's 5. 6, and I think one more. Where do I need one? There. Okay, that is my finished card. This one I am much happier with. This one had potential, but just went wrong horribly. But thank you for watching. I hope I've inspired you to get your stuff out and watch over the next few days. I will have a video posted on my stamp and die reorganization, because I want to put my stamps and my dies together by category, because I'm tired of wanting a happy birthday sentiment and then having to look through 50 million, what seems like 50 million different stamp sets to get out the happy birthday. So I'm going to tear my stamp sets apart, but yet I am going to keep them indexed so that I know what goes with what set and what company, etc. At least the ones that I currently know the sets of and who they were purchased by. But I hope you like the card. The gold doesn't really go with the diamond, but I think it gives just a little bit of color to it. And the rhinestones help give it that diamond accent. All right, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.